My dogs told me that they needed new toys, so I'm gonna go through all of their toys and I'm gonna throw out the ruined ones and I'm gonna donate the ones that they don't use. This morning, I noticed Snow's mammary glands were swollen again. The last time this happened, she was experiencing a false pregnancy and producing milk. This is what made me wait for her spay, and then she came back into heat. So I was looking into getting Snow spayed soon, but this morning her glands were so swollen, I called the vet and scheduled an appointment immediately. And y'all tell me dogs aren't kids. I'm a whole mom over here. Snow has bad anxiety. She's not aggressive or anything, but she's really nervous at the vet, so of course I have to give her anxiety meds beforehand so she can stay calm. She hates taking her meds. She will spit it right back out, and I have to literally put it at the back of her throat. We made it to the vet for Snow's emergency checkup, and she was a bit nervous, but then the meds started kicking in. I also had to get her up to date on her vaccine, so we did that as well. But just as I suspected, another false pregnancy. We had a look at the charges for spaying her again. I was told the risk of the complications are much higher if they are in heat or experiencing a false pregnancy. Some people may be okay with the high-risk complications, but Snow is our family and we love her. I can't bring myself to spay her knowing the risk of complications are high. I prefer to take a route that allows her to have the least amount of complications and the least amount of downtime. I'll revisit the vet in about 1 to 2 weeks for a follow-up and blood work to be able to move forward with her spay, and I'll keep you guys posted. A lot of you are wondering why Snow still isn't spayed. Well, I was told by her vet to let her have her first heat in order to keep her healthy. Unfortunately, after Snow's first heat that lasted about 6 weeks, Snow had a false pregnancy, which means she was showing symptoms of being pregnant, but she wasn't actually pregnant. Fast forward, I set Snow an appointment up to get a checkup and see if she was ready to get spayed. A few days before the appointment, I noticed a small pouch on Snow's breast, and that was my concern. So when I took her to the doctor, they put a syringe in it and they literally pulled out milk. And then they told me that it was best again to wait until the false pregnancy was over with because it could cause complications later on if we proceeded with the surgery. That appointment was on January 9th. Due to Snow having a false pregnancy, there was a delay in getting her spayed. And now here we are going through Snow's second heat. I hear you guys' concerns, but pyometra is usually more common in older dogs. Snow just turned 1 on January 30th. So for all of the people that think that I'm just putting Snow through this for fun, this is for you, and I hope this helps. gave Rain a $10,000 limit at the pet store so he can get some toys after we visited the vet today. As a dog mom of 2, I try to make sure that they're up to date on everything and getting their wellness visits regularly. So of course we had to get him a pup cup, and then I took him on a ride through a neighborhood before we headed to PetSmart. Once we made it to PetSmart, we were super excited, and so was Rain. He had to take a quick bathroom break, and then we headed inside the store. Rain is no stranger to going into the store and picking out the things that he wants. One thing about him, he is very spoiled, so he knows exactly what to do when we go inside of PetSmart or Petco. I literally let him choose whatever he wants until he gets tired of choosing, and then that's when I say it's time to go. By the way, Rain's limit is never $10,000. That is crazy. It is usually around $150 to $250, $250 being my max that I want to spend. So I just let him continue to pick until he's ready to be done. And then after that, we head up to go get checked out. And of course, he has to monitor the entire process and make sure that I'm getting everything out of the basket. The total came out to $374. No, that was way over the budget, Rain, but you know, he has to share with Snow, so it's okay. And then I let them have their little playtime. So this is what days of going to the vet looks like for us. Today, I need to go to the grocery store to get some more groceries for Rain and Snow, and I'm going to be bringing you guys along with me. I'll be back, okay? Stay hydrated, even when it's cold. Okay. Green beans. And so we're gonna go ahead and load the car back up, and then we're gonna head home to Rain and Snow. So I made it back home, so let me show you guys what I got. Vegetable medley has broccoli, cauliflower, and carrots. Pack of green beans. I only need one because this will last for a really long time. So I got some sweet potato cubes. These are not my favorite brands. I actually like the Walmart brand better because it's already cooked. I got some strawberries and blueberries. I got some apples. Did you hear me say apple? Next, we got our lean ground beef, 93% lean and then 7% fat. Next, we have our beef loin strip steak. It is boneless, of course. Our ribeye steak, and it's also boneless. That concludes our grocery shopping for today, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Bye. Snow has actually started her cycle. So I'm going to be changing this diaper out. These are the large ones. Then I tried some doggy ones that were medium. They didn't fit. So I went back to the adult ones in a medium, and those actually fit her. So the first step is taking the old one off. And I swear by these wipes, you guys know I've been using them for so long. That's me telling Rain to get out because he was being nosy. So I'm just going to clean her down really, really good, and we're going to put on that new diaper. Of course, since these are human diapers, we have to put a hole in there. And then I'm going to be adding some powder just to deodorize this diaper because she has to wear it for a while. After this, I put her shirt on so when she goes outside to lay in the grass, it doesn't cause her irritation. After that, I spray this vanilla deodorizing spray. And of course, Rain heard me giving away his kisses, so he had to come get some from me and from Snow. And this is what she looks like after, and then she took a good nap. You naked? Ready to get a bath? A lot of you are wondering why Snow still isn't spayed. Well, I was told by her vet to let her have her first heat in order to keep her healthy. Unfortunately, after Snow's first heat that lasted about 6 weeks, Snow had a false pregnancy, which means she was showing symptoms of being pregnant, but she wasn't actually pregnant. Fast forward, I set Snow an appointment up to get a checkup and see if she was ready to get spayed. A few days before the appointment, I noticed a small pouch on Snow's breast, and that was my concern. So when I took her to the doctor, they put a syringe in it and they literally pulled out milk. And then they told me that it was best again to wait until the false pregnancy was over with because it could cause complications later on if we proceeded with the surgery. That appointment was on January 9th. Due to Snow having a false pregnancy, there was a delay in getting her spayed. And now here we are going through Snow's second heat. I hear you guys' concerns, but pyometra is usually more common in older dogs. Snow just turned 1 on January 30th. So for all of the people that think that I'm just putting Snow through this for fun, this is for you, and I hope this helps.